Hello my wonderful Trails fans, welcome back to our next episode. Alrighty, so off screen I went ahead and did some leveling and grinding. So I've done the mirror trick to be able to get Olivia the best weapon, best armor and boots that I could for him at this point. Did the same with Zin as well. Right now I just have everyone set up with a crest charm and lily necklace. Except for Joshua, who I have the gladiator belt and grail locket on. Orbments, this is how I have everyone set up right now. Just want to make a quick note of that. If you've already gone ahead and gotten the upgraded versions of action and cast, etc., just go ahead and equip those instead of the 2 version. That's the only reason that I have the number 2 version equipped on everyone right now. As for tactics, this is the character positions, and on Zin you want to go ahead and update his S-Break to the Oral Blast. So right now I have everyone leveled up a bit from grinding on the Shining Palm. Ideally I would have wanted to be about level 32 for everybody, but I think finishing up at 31 is quite good, because the Shining Palms are getting to the point where they weren't really giving me much of anything anymore. I've got 3,000 of each of the Sepith that I needed, so I've gone ahead and unlocked that achievement already. The maximum Sepith you'll get from every battle with the Shining Palms is 70, so it kind of helps you to plan out that you only need to defeat at least one every battle to get the maximum Sepith you're going to get from that battle. And then obviously just the best way to defeat the Shining Palms at this point, just get everyone set up where they can cast Shadow Spear. With the setup for everybody they should already be able to, except from Zin, so I just changed my move to EP2 and attack 2. I switched attack 2 and action 2 around, and that gave him the ability to cast Shadow Spear, and that's the one that just gives you like a 20% chance of doing an instant kill. If you get a preemptive strike, that should give everyone about a 20% chance of killing at least one of the Shining Palms every time you come across them before they can try and flee. So that's basically just the tactics that I did there. So we're going to go ahead and grab the remaining chests that are in the Herb Scenic route before we go ahead and get updated with everybody's lives back in Gransil City. So this is the first one here. With the lily necklaces and stuff, everyone here is pretty much not going to be that much of an irritant to fight against. The Sharkadile is probably going to be the worst thing that we're going to be fighting for this chest and another chest, as it will summon something else once it's wounded, which does a lot more damage to us. Be careful of the bird with the weird looking egg thing on top of its head, because that will reflect any arts back at you. But if you maximise your CP like I have here, you should pretty much just be able to almost defeat everybody. Let's see how we do here. Yeah, on this difficulty, should just be able to defeat everybody in one hit with Joshua's attack. Hopefully we'll be able to do the same thing with Zin's attack later. Don't forget to read the chest. There is a note inside, it reads Sucker. So Zin, the reason we wanted to switch to his Oral Blast is that is a AoE move which will hit everybody. If you're going to be fighting against the... let me just double check there is no other chests around here. I don't want to miss any at this point in the game. Pretty sure there isn't, though. Yep. There should be another chest around here near where the Shining Palm spawns, so this is the Shining Palm. And once you've defeated that Shining Palm, if you defeated all of the others, you should have the achievement for defeating the Shining Palms as well. The chest is empty, I blame you. And then we should just have one more chest to get. Just double checking around all of the corners, which should be this one. This is going to be similar to the previous chest. It should have the same monsters to fight. And if we just go ahead and use Crimson's S-break here. That should hopefully on this difficulty just defeat everybody. There we go. Perfect.
They messed with the wrong guy.
And that gets us defense 3. You've gone over your limit for this chest, dev team. Alrighty, and then you might want to just do some fighting to get your CP leveled up to about 200 again for everybody before we go into the tournament. But I'm feeling pretty confident with playing on the normal difficulty that I should just be absolutely fine to just go in and wing it. I'm just double checking for any other chests in this area as we head on back. Don't want to miss one. But I'm essentially just heading back now. And then I'm going to buy some new ordnance. So yeah, just double checking all of the chests have been collected from the Herb Scenic group. Because I know there's one that we've already opened here on this side. We might go past it again in a moment. So if you didn't see us collect that last time when we came here to meet Zin, this is the chest. But I also just want to make sure that there is definitely not another one hiding in a corner somewhere which I didn't make a note of. Oh, and here is another monster chest. So this is exactly why I wanted to be careful here. So let's see. Found Death Blow 2. What more do you want from me? Blood? So that wasn't actually a monster chest, so that was nice and easy. Just a quick collection. So Death Blow 2 again, just in case anybody's wondering. Pretty much gives you a guaranteed death strike against an enemy. Can't recall if it works on bosses, I've never really tried it. But then once it has done that death blow, then it breaks. And it's no longer usable. So right, so let's go ahead. Go ahead back to Gransel. We'll get our augments and then we'll do a bit of a walk around, speaking to everybody, getting updated on their lives. Let's go ahead and unlock our augments. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll bring the video back. Alrighty then, so let's go through everything that I've just done. I've gone ahead and set everybody's augments to these new slots. Of course, feel free to use the version 3 of any of these if you've got any extra Sepith to buy the version 3s. The Action 3 is going to be the most important thing for you to focus on buying, but it's super expensive to buy with your Sepith, so I only had enough to get 2 each of those. This is how I have everyone equipped right now. Pretty much everyone has a skull pendant except from Joshua. I haven't changed the position of the tactics. I sold my extra Sepith, leaving at least 1,000 of each and 2,000 of the Space and Mirage, just in case I need to get anything else later on. And then I've also gone ahead and bought 99 mixed cocktail, 99 special ice cream. I bought 50 of an extra 50 EP charges, and then just ingredients to make as many boiler bays as I could. And that's basically the setup for all of my healing and everything that I'm going to need. So let's go ahead and catch up with everyone's stories and see how everyone is getting on in Gransel today. Bose is a pretty big city as well, but this is the royal capital. If I let Troy get out of my sight for even a second, he's going to get himself lost. Why is he always like that? I just want to get to the arena and find good seats. You two over there. You look like you could use a couple warm, delicious crepes. This city has a full underground sewer system, accessible from all over. See those grates all along the streets? It's pretty convenient. I get to spend another whole day with my man. I'm so glad we took this trip to Gransel. Another day with my beloved, sweeter than spun sugar candy. That looks great. I'm glad I finished my cash register repairs. Hey, are you guys taking part in the tournament? I'm going to be closing up shop soon, so I'll probably see you there. I can't wait. I'd be ecstatic if you used Wingard branded quartz to win it all. It'd make for good advertising, you know? Well, he should be happy because I bought a lot of his quartz. Today marks the beginning of what promises to be another spectacular martial arts competition. I'd love to go see the fighters in action, but I have work to do here, and it would be remiss of me to put all of that aside. The customer comes first. Don't know exactly what he does, he's never sold anything to me, so what customers? Fisherman's Guild over here? Oh ho ho! I'll be honest, I never imagined this simple, passionate club would balloon out into something so spectacular. Our handmade fishing gear is in high demand. We have customers who fly in from the remotest areas of the world to purchase our wares. It's immensely gratifying. You might be surprised what you can end up catching with a handcrafted lure. There's a special joy in catching a fish with your own creation. La Berle's small, but it's a paradise for us fishermen. There are lakes, rivers and oceans all within a stone's throw of one another. Of course, finding new spots for fishing is just as important as the fishing itself. Oh. I don't like the idea of the Duke replacing the Queen. She's got to get better soon. When it's not in use by officials, the Herb Royal Villa is fully open to tourists. These last few years the villa's only really been used in any official capacity when foreign dignitaries come. But right now the army's using it as their anti-terror base. Yesterday some people in handcuffs were escorted into the shop by soldiers to buy weapons. Don't you usually try to take weapons away from criminals? I'd really love to know who the heck they were. That's interesting. I'm sure we'll see more about them later. Orbital guns and rifles and such, that sort of thing. Yesterday alone, practically the whole store was bought out. Our selection is pretty limited right now as a result. Everyone's getting ready for the tournament, it seems. Let's see, we've got Bracer Guild here. Good morning, today it begins. Are you ready? Right now there are a large number of soldiers about and very few requests on the board, so stay focused on the tournament. The match isn't until this afternoon, so you have a bit of free time. You might want to go out and stretch your legs a bit. There's nobody here. When I woke up this morning, my wife was already gone. She's already left for the arena. 5 years already. Is this how married life is supposed to be? The martial arts competition was originally held to show off new military techniques. When Queen Alicia took the throne, she opened it to the public as a spectator event. And shortly thereafter the public was also invited to participate. Ah, Olivier, is your head feeling any better today? Haha, but of course. Trivialities such as head wounds mean nothing to me as long as there exists a spark of love to fuel the towering inferno of my heart. So that's a yes then. See, he talks a lot. Nothing really ever comes out of his mouth. Other than nonsense. Good morning. Fine weather we've got, isn't it? Well, if we're going out this afternoon, I'd better get all the cleaning done this morning. Is everybody in this block spoken to? See how everyone is doing here. Today's the big day. The Royal Guard used to be quite popular with the common men. Every year they'd participate in the martial arts competition and the birthday celebration as well. So the tournament's finally starting today, Azin. I can't go watch, sadly, but I'll be cheering you on from my post. Much obliged. With all the helping hands I've got, I aim to come out on top. But regardless of the outcome, I shall fight without regret. Whoa, I swear this gets laggier every episode in this area. Another day of doing nothing at all. At this rate, I'm never going to go anywhere with my life. Today's matchup should set a few new records, yes sirree. This afternoon can't come soon enough. Man, Anton's gotten himself all worked up over something. If he's got something on his mind, he should take action rather than just stewing over it all day. When I was younger, I acted like a big shot punk all the time. So maybe I'll cheer for the Ravens, or that nameless team. I'm going to cheer so hard my voice will ride out on the horse it rode on. Makes no sense, I don't care, just yay! Yeah, those Royal Special Army Ops dudes, right? That matching black on black is so not doing them any favours. Ooh. Wow, those guys in the black armour look pretty tough too. When's it gonna start already? The real matches are always so much more exciting than the preliminaries. Oh yeah, get to watch the best of the best going at it. Olivier, are you headed back to the embassy now? Huh, don't be absurd. Look around you at these decorated villas, these smiling visages, these enticing victuals. It would be a crime fouler than murder were I not to go and partake in the merriment. Yes, well, please try to show a little restraint. I'm sick of getting pulled into your filth all the time. I hear the nobles associated with the royal family are fans of my ice cream. It's probably just a rumour, although... nobles are always sneaking into town incognito, and if Princess Claudia has done the same, maybe she's tried some of my ice cream. I get to go and see the fights today. Jealous? We're going to be in them. We're going to the tournament today, but only because my boy begged me to go. I hope I'm not spoiling him. Just double check they don't have a later issue of the Labelle News. Nope. The articles in the Labelle News have gotten a bit dull lately. Why do you think that is? As uninteresting as the articles themselves are, though, they're always accompanied by absolutely breathtaking pictures. You know what? I'm gonna cheer for the man in the red bandana with all my might. The Ravens are that gang that got used by the mayor, right? Why would anyone let them into the tournament? I just hope they don't bring shame to Ruon's good name. Rhyme not intended. My sister has low blood pressure and has trouble getting up in the morning, so that means she has to suck at selling tea, right? Right? Coffee's nice, but I'm a tea drinker myself. This is probably the best store in all of Labelle. Kitty's Guide to Savouring Delicious Tea, rule number 1. Use good tea leaves. This is patently obvious, but also patently important. Of course you can use old ones as long as they don't smell and aren't mouldy. But really, tea is more than the taste of dried leaves boiled in water, you know? Okay, time to get to work. Our goal? To destroy the Bose market share. I joined my husband on his pilgrimage and studied all the different stores, and now I'm ready to crush them. I've got to re-energise this store and myself as well. What should I do today? I came all this way, I might as well go see the tournament. I don't know. Our store manager just got back from a trip. This job feels much more relaxing with her gone. Can't she, like, go on another trip right now? I guess Adele must be the store manager, that woman that we just spoke to. I doubt we'll have many visitors during the tournament. We have almost no records of anything prior to the Great Collapse. All we know is that society as a whole was much more advanced than it is now. And yet it still managed to collapse. Makes you wonder what happened. Erletin in Ruan, Annenberg in Grancel, the Tetrasilic Towers. It's a real possibility that these are all ancient Zemerian ruins. I have the actual testing done, now all I need is some time to translate and collate. The ancients spoke of the Septerians, 7 powerful items dropped from heaven above, concealing a mystical power within them. But we've no resources to identify just what these powers actually were. There are those who dismiss the Septerians as the things of myth and fairy tale, but I'm not convinced. We found numerous relics within the ruins throughout this land that seem to suggest a Zemerian origin, after all. I wonder if that black orbment is one of those Septerians. Let's go to the landing port, see how everyone's holding up. How odd that the Lind hasn't made port yet. I'd heard she was running on time today. What am I supposed to tell all the customers who've been waiting patiently for it? Oh, don't tell me another one's been stolen. Thanks to the martial arts competition and the birthday celebration, there are more people disembarking here than getting on. I'm seeing red. We have to be very careful in handling issues like customer complaints and lost children. This time of year there are so many travellers coming to see the martial arts competition and take part in the Queen's birthday celebration. The Arceli is still an unfinished design, a prototype if you will. I want to move it to the next phase of testing, but things have stalled for the moment. It'd be a real problem if the Royal Guardsmen were to hijack one of our new model vessels. I'm sorry, but I'm not allowed to let anyone near this airship. I swear that's what he says every single time without any difference. I came here to sell some ship fuselages to the travel company, but it looks like this isn't quite the time for it. Figured I'd hop back to Zeiss and check on the new engine project, as I'm a bit worried about its future with things as they are. Everything's crazy right now. Not a single airship's touching ground. They're not coming, are they? I wonder if they got caught in some other crazy messed up incident or something. That's what I'm starting to think. Let's see if these soldiers have anything new to say. I respect Colonel Richard, don't get me wrong, but those special ops guys, they're good at what they do, but they make people uncomfortable in the process. Even the army's creeped out by them. Duke Dunan's reputation in the castle is just as bad as it is on the outside, I assure you. All he seems to do is eat, sleep, and fiddle around. Thank goodness Colonel Richard is around to buffer his nonsense. Anybody running by with anything just to speak to? Here we go. If only I didn't have work, I could go see the tournament. But for a delivery boy, tourist season just means more work. Sigh. Until just recently, you used to be able to sign up to tour the inside of the castle. But after the Queen got sick, they locked the place down. Yes, sick. That's what she must be. You are all participants in the tournament then. My, best of luck to you all. I would normally sleep here to raise Azin's EP, but he's not really an arts caster. He's mainly just going to be bashing people in the face with his fists, so I don't see the point in doing it. My husband left again without saying a word, and he won't listen to me at all when I criticise him for it. It's not good for your marriage not listening to your spouse. What am I to do with this sudden vacation? I have to admit, the usual euphoric vacation feelings are totally lacking right now. I'm really worried about what's going on inside the castle. So, is everyone here? Time to go over the timetable. I swear, I was wondering what he was doing staying up so late last night. Everybody, he says. All three of us, you mean? My dad needs a new hobby. He's just nuts. He's going to rupture a blood vessel if he doesn't just chill. I think we're almost done catching up with everybody in Gransel. I lost both of my parents in the 100 Days War, but Sir and Madam took me in simply out of the goodness of their hearts. Now I work as a maid at this house. I owe them both a tremendous debt of gratitude. Today I plan on visiting Her Majesty at the castle. Though I've so much else to do, I don't know how I'll have the time for it. The princess is my friend, you know. I'm not lying. Of course you're not. You must be best buds. The main headquarters for the LaBelle News is in this block. You can usually find their reporters holding a meeting at the coffee shop next door. Everyone on this list is a member of the Royal Guard, but there's no way anybody's going to be caught dead in that uniform with all these wanted posters everywhere. I have never neglected my prayers, not for a single day in my entire life. You two are... Thank you so much for your help yesterday. Oh hey, you're that nun. 1,000 pardons. You two got into a fine mess on my account. Mess? What mess? Do you mean the scuffle with the guards? Oh that was nothing. It was their own fault anyway. They got me mad, and people don't like me when I'm mad. So did they get you home okay? They didn't rough you up or anything? Oh yes, no problems at all. Great, just be careful when you're walking alone from now on, okay? I will, thank you again. And so another day begins. Today too we must bring enlightenment to the masses, one mass at a time. Ah, greetings, I see your braces. I understand you lent aid to our sister Ellen yesterday. She went out to gather herbs and we hadn't heard from her for an ordinarily long time. I was beginning to get quite concerned. Many thanks to thee, may your road always be alight with the blessings of Adios. Since the Dark Age following the Great Collapse, it's fallen upon the Septium Church to help illuminate the road to peace and prosperity. This cathedral has been active ever since the Dark Age. I dare say it is the oldest church building in the entire kingdom. I think that might be everyone here. Yep. What is this? We should be able to have a little fun now, at least garbage. The reason we can't afford to is because he doesn't have a job. I never would have imagined he was this kind of man. We didn't move here to the capital to live this way. We ought to be able to have a little fun during the birthday celebration at least though, right? I'm the kind of guy who only needs to know the results of the tournament matches. I'd rather be here quietly reading than braving those crowds at the Grand Arena. Welcome, welcome. Please make yourselves at home. Home is what I was going for here. I wanted to make this establishment feel like just a person's house. So kick back and take a load off, bathe in the creature comforts of this fine locale. It's always nice to have a cozy place to hang out. A lot of reporters are gone during the day. They're off doing their legwork. Niall's hardly ever in the office. It can be a real pain trying to get in touch with him sometimes. Today I'm taking an airship to go get a manuscript. If I don't finish getting ready soon though, I'll miss my flight, so if you'll excuse me. The main event starts today, I'm super duper excited. The LaBelle News is putting together a special issue for the martial arts competition. I've got some real legwork to do if I want to leave my mark on this one. So the tournament kicks off today, eh? I don't know how the rest of the birthday celebration will go, but this part has always been popular every single year. My reporters have been out collecting stories for our special edition all day. Yes, that's everybody in there. I just went with the Royal Army to get out of the port. A boat tried to come in from Rouen but was denied entry and left to drift out in the lake. Well, that's not good. Not good for business at all. My wife inherited her father's store from him and she's really quite adept at running it. We just finished our trip and now it's back to work for her. I was quite shocked to hear there would be no discount on tournament tickets this year. They're so expensive without the discount that, well, I decided not to go at all this year. And I think I missed one person here. Yep, here we go. Well, look who it is. Hi Kurt. Fancy meeting you in a place like this. Just gathering the bounties on some monsters out here. Even with the martial arts competition, we bracers still have a job to do. Now's the time to get all the quick and simple stuff done. Well, it's good to see you're working hard. More like warming up. I wouldn't say no to a sparring partner or two though. We'll keep that in mind. Alrighty, that's everyone in Grand Hill spoken to. So on our next episode, we'll be braving the tournament. Thank you for watching everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that bell notification icon, and if you want to be kept up to date with the latest videos coming out, feel free to head over to my Twitter and to follow me. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.